Grass Valley is one of the industry leaders in producing products and solutions for content creation and content distribution.
And in terms of the industry, the state of the industry, what's your perspective?
Well, obviously 2009 was a rough year on our industry overall. It was a very tough, difficult year because of the economic crisis and the impact of advertising revenues declining. But 2010, we're seeing the recovery begin. And in the first half of 2010, we saw a return to growth for the organization. I think a lot of suppliers in the industry started to see growth again. And so far in Q3, we're seeing an even stronger growth pattern. So we are seeing the beginning of recovery, I believe. So we're pretty optimistic on the business today.
It sounds it. So it's not all doom and gloom then?
No, I don't think there's any doom and gloom in the industry today. I really believe we're starting to start the recovery.
What are the recent trends in terms of customer purchasing decisions?
Well, I think obviously there's a lot of talk about 3D as an industry, and that obviously is going on, but that's not really what's driving the business today. What's driving the business today is the migration to high definition. That is still a big driver, as well as file-based workflows and people looking to build operational efficiencies in their workflow. But we really are seeing the HD migration worldwide continue to expand pretty rapidly.
Have you had to change the way you guys work to adapt to the changes that's happening to the industry?
Well, we obviously have had to adapt to the downturn and what the impact had on the industry there. I think all vendors have had to adapt to the downturn. But as far as technology and where the applications are headed and what customers' requirements are, that changes all the time. That's always been part of our industry. We're a high-tech business and we're a high-tech industry, and we have to continually adapt to the technology. So that's a daily occurrence for us as a technology supplier.
Everyone's quite excited about HD, 3D. Do you think that is the future?
I think HD is the future. 3D is really, admittedly, an extension to high definition, but the move to high definition is pretty big. If you look at some of the research that's come out recently, they're predicting a tripling of the number of households that will have high definition just between now and 2014. So that's putting a lot of demand on broadcasters to continue the migration to high definition. I think for Grass Valley itself, it means a reinvigoration of the organization. We're very happy about the pending sale. We're very happy about our new owner in Francisco Partners, who is a technology-focused financial firm. They understand technology. They understand the needs of markets like this. So we're very excited to move forward and get on with the future. And as I said, the industry is very, very strong today. We think the recovery is starting to really show some legs in the industry, and we're very excited about the future and what that means.
After the buyout, what will that actually mean for Grass Valley or the new company? How will that change, if at all, in any way?
I think, well, I don't think specifically the sale to Francisco causes any change whatsoever. I think obviously, Grass Valley will once again become an independent company, not a division of a larger conglomerate. So, we'll move to very much a day-to-day 110% focus on our industry and on our business. And really, Francisco will bring us the ability to get that focus back. And I don't see any significant impact that the sale necessarily brings. But like every manufacturer in this industry, we have to continually adapt, as you said before, adapt to what's happening in the industry, both economically and technologically. And so we'll continue to evolve Grass Valley to meet the needs of the market and our customers.
Just finally, where is most of your business? Is it Europe? Is it in Asia, or where is it?
The largest part of our business is Europe. Europe is the single largest region for us, followed by the U.S. and APAC are very close together. Both North America today and the Asia Pacific region are about the same size for us. So Asia Pacific's very strong, and then Latin America is a slightly smaller market, but probably one of our fastest growing markets in the world.
In terms of emerging markets and growth areas, which part of the world would you say is really coming up?
I think for us specifically, the APAC region continues to be very, very strong, especially Southeast Asia is very strong for us. Latin America is very strong, specifically Brazil is extremely strong. And we're seeing, and we anticipate a lot of growth, continued growth in the Mideast, Africa, and Russia.
Why do you think that is?
I think some of those markets are just now addressing some of the high definition trends. I think they're now really getting into momentum of the transition and the evolution to high definition. Of course, you have 2014 coming in Russia, in Sochi, and you've got 2014 with the World Cup in Brazil, and then the 2016 Olympics in Brazil. Those are obviously driving a lot of demand within those markets. But I think just in general, it's where countries or regions are in the transition to high definition.